Welcome into this week's episode of Conversation. My name is Connor, and I'm with Jerry B. And
Hello.
where's Greg Hauser? We're with Greg as well. He's with us today on today's episode of Converse. Oh my God, he's coming out from behind his thunder chair. Welcome into this week's episode. We got a lot in store for you. There's March Madness going on. There's baseball. It's back. Baseball's back, baby. And the start of Wiffle season is upon us. Fellas, how has your week been going? Jerry, start us off. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well, you know.
That's it? You're doing good?
Yeah, you know, it's been a pretty average week. You know, it's spring break. Kids are out of school.
Yeah, we didn't know that was the case at the beginning of the week, did we?
No, us working folk, you know, no kids, don't even think about it.
Driving to work, realizing why isn't there anybody on the roads? Anyway, Greg, how are you doing up there in Manhattan?
Pretty good. As Jared said, all the kids are gone. All the kids are gone. The kids will play.
The kids will play, and they are playing.
They're literally all over the place. It's been an eventful week of baseball, statting, and other things.
Yes.
We play Morehead State this weekend.
Stabbing.
So, statting.
Oh.
Never stabbed a baseball in my life.
I thought you said stabbing.
I look out my window every once in a while. Today, somebody didn't have gas moped in their street.
Didn't have what?
Tough times out there. Any gas in their moped? They were walking up the street.
That's
real tough times.
Yeah, that's a rough deal. That's
you know it's bad. You know gas is expensive when someone's walking a moped.
Well, it hit $4 up here this week.
Oh my God.
Good Lord. Well, Jerry, today we had a lot of not controversy, just like what's going on? What's the drink of the week? You know, the people need to know before we get into this what the drink of the week is. We've been doing this for 4 weeks now? 3, 4? We're on the second rotation, right?
Yeah.
So this is your second drink. Your first drink was... What was your first drink?
Yes.
Squirt.
It was my first drink.
So what's the story behind this one? What is it?
So, if you must know, I have it right here. On deck. Oh, on deck. Got it. Right here.
Sweet Life on deck, baby.
Sweet Life on deck. Tell the audio listeners only what you got.
Right here, we've got a one-of-a-kind. Let me try to get the glare there. One-of-a-kind. One of one. I bought this one myself, okay? It has my name on it somewhere. It is a... Sorry, there's a long name to it. A peace tea. A just peachy.
Naturally flavored and other natural flavors. It's not what you said.
They took away the Georgia peach to it. That's what it used to be called. It's not called that anymore. Yes.
It's just peach now, Jerry.
Just peachy.
I thought Georgia peach was Arnold Palmer.
I swear.
No.
Arnold Palmer.
I'm gonna look it up.
Georgia peach.
Arnold Palmer's always been lemonade and tea.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me look.
Well, you take a gander. I'm excited about this one. I'm kind of.
I was not excited initially, but I'm excited.
No, and Jarrett, we're gonna pry that story out of you because the audience needs to hear what your story is. Because we're never gonna have the drink that you thought you were gonna.
I'm never gonna drink it on this pod.
No, and we're gonna let you tell that.
Maybe if we had all of our grandpa. No, nope.
I need.
Yeah.
If we're having Diet Coke, I said it. Diet Coke. Oh, there it is. If we're having Diet Coke, I need peanuts with it. That's the only way.
Peanuts? What? Why peanuts?
That's what my granddad used to have. He used to have Diet Coke and peanuts. Salty with the Diet Coke. That's the good stuff.
Diet Coke's not even sweet though. That's what sucks.
Yeah.
You guys ever put nuts in your Coke?
Like
I have not put my nuts in Coke.
It's a Southern thing. They put the
Those
salted
Southerners are
peanuts in
fucking wild.
Yeah, man. I saw somebody do it once on vacation, and I was like, "What?" They were out on the beach. They had their glass Coke, you know, you can buy on the beach, and I was like, had them bag of roasted nuts, and motherfuckers pouring them in there. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
My
It's
God.
like, "Oh, it's good. You get a little crunch in your Coke." I'm like, "Nope,
That's not it. I
Don't-
don't think
don't
that's
think-
the move.
don't think I will."
No.
So anyway, I picked this drink because, Connor and I had our game nights. Normally I'd go over to his house. We'd play NHL or MLB or whatever it is that we felt like playing. We'd be like, hey, let's go to the store, grab some drinks. We'd get, we weren't 21 yet at this time, so we go grab some peace teas. Connor has a different flavor. I don't know if he'd like to name that, but this is what I always get. I swear it said Georgia peach tea, but I just
Probably
Googled
did,
it.
I
And
think
I
they
didn't see it
rebranded
anywhere,
stuff.
so
Oh,
yeah.
that's weird.
I didn't see it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I was just
Were
seeing
they
things.
bought by anybody or something? Maybe.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think there was another drink you're thinking of that's Georgia peach because I've seen that.
Are we
before.
thinking of
Probably.
Arizona tea?
Yes,
Maybe.
that's what it is.
Peach
Maybe
tea?
so.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
Jerry, crack
This
it
is
open.
This is a
parched.
Coke product, by the way.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Crack it.
Only 150 calories in this whole can.
Yeah, this is a healthy
excited
version.
about this one. Yeah. Yeah, that's refreshing. That'd be good on a hot summer's day.
So good.
Or a spring cloudy day like today. I mean,
So
Greg
good.
is a whole vibe over there.
Two-handing it and everything.
He's too-
Not even one at the bottom, one at the top. It's
He's
one
got
in the top,
both.
one in the middle.
I mean, for you Spotify
Oh,
only listeners,
yeah.
he is a whole vibe tonight. We're having a blast.
It's like he's trying to eat a 12-inch Subway
This-
sandwich at
This
once.
is really good.
Yeah, I
really
love it,
good.
dude. It's so good.
This is like, when you get to the bottom of the peach cups, it's like they just put a bunch of those in the thing, and I'm
Yep.
You're here
I'm
for
about it.
Yeah, I thoroughly
It's so
enjoy
good.
this one. Fellas, there's a lot going on in the sports world. Today, this is
Today.
uh, this is titled Wiffle Season is Upon Us, which that is the case. But Wiffle Season also brings a little bit of March Madness basketball, and something sprung upon us today. I realized it started yesterday, and I didn't fill out a bracket, so I sent out all these invitations to the Wheat State crew members, everyone that wanted to be with us, sent it out. Everyone got in right before 11:15 when the cutoff
Yeah, I
hit.
did mine literally 10 minutes before the game
Yeah.
started. I was like, dude, I had no idea this day, but I have this year.
I usually am on top of it. Like I usually am really excited, but I don't really have
Between Royals free agency and K-State baseball, paid zero attention
Yeah.
to NCAA basketball the last 2 days.
Yeah, there's been some upsets already happening. I think what was that? Iowa lost. They
Iowa.
choked pretty bad. Isn't that Matt's team?
Yeah, his family's from
Yeah.
Iowa.
I don't watch any basketball, so I just went with the highest seed, pretty much.
None of us, dude. Actually,
Moved on.
Megan didn't put her picks in time for our bracket challenge, but she did the one at her work.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a perfect bracket still, even after those upsets. So
Wow.
that's pretty.
She
good.
wins if she
She
wins
went
the
for-
dollars from work.
She wins 8 hours of PTO if she wins.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's a lot of time.
A whole freaking day. You can do a lot in 8
Dang.
hours. I mean, let me tell
If we
you.
have
she
any
gets-
Europeans watching us, they are laughing at us right now. Getting excited over PTO.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
They're
Yeah.
like fucking Mexicans needing to earn their time. Yeah.
So how you guys
Anyway.
feeling about the bracket? I mean, I think collectively we've
haven't
all
even
probably
looked at mine.
watched maybe 4 basketball games this year.
let me
Yeah. So 2 for each
I
of
watched
you.
so much football this year.
We all did, I think,
Yeah. New Mexico State is currently upsetting UConn by 1 point. By the way,
Ooh, I think I might have picked them.
I picked UConn to win that. Hopefully,
Jordan and I have the same national champion.
Tennessee?
The only 10 I see.
I'm surprised he didn't pick. Well, he probably knows they're not going to win.
Carolina.
Yeah. How far did you have them going?
I have them losing to Baylor
What region
in
are
the
they
second
in?
round. Bottom.
Oh
left.
yeah, I have them losing to Baylor second round, which that game was predicted correctly by me. Kentucky's only beating St. Peter's by 3 points currently. That's kind of crazy.
Greg, your mic's cutting in and out a bit. Could you unplug that bad boy?
Yeah, hang on.
Okay,
Let me fix it.
Jerry, so you picked Kansas. I want to hear your thought process on that. I mean, why?
Let me follow them. Let me follow them from the beginning. Where are they at?
I think they're on the left
Kansas.
side. Bottom left? No.
Bottom right.
Bottom right.
So they had a pretty easy drive through the bracket.
Is that any better?
Yeah, you're sounding better now. Yeah.
Okay. It was going through the soundboard app,
voice
so I
change.
just closed the soundboard app.
No, you're good. You sound good. I could hear you last time, but it was cutting in and out. But
Yeah,
anyway.
we're Gucci now.
So they had a pretty easy ride through the bracket, I would say, up until the Elite Eight. So they played Texas Southern, easy win. I would hope.
Yeah, I mean,
And then-
if they get upset there,
And then I have
Texas
them
Southern
playing-
has the number one
oh no,
like per points per game. So that's like the only thing that I think could really upset it, but they're not great. We watched them the other night at the bar, and they're not a good team.
yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
It's like whenever Ja Morant was playing, you know.
I mean, your
Maurice.
mic just keeps cutting out. You sound great, but then it's like beep boop. Technology sucks. But
Anyway, so
yeah. So Elite Eight, who do you have them playing against?
So I have them beating Texas Southern, beating Creighton, beating Providence. Because I had Iowa and Providence playing, but now Providence is playing Richmond, which I didn't
Nobody
watch
saw
the game,
coming, no.
but yeah. So I have Kansas beating Providence, and then Kansas beating Auburn
Yeah,
in the Elite Eight.
yeah.
So you have the
And then-
obviously you have them winning the whole way. So
Yeah, so I have them beating Villanova
yeah, and then they
and
play
then beating Kentucky.
I have Kansas losing in the Elite Eight to Wisconsin.
I have Kansas going to the final. Oh wait, that's not my bracket. I was looking at Jared's bracket. It's like I did not pick them to win. Let's take a look. I had them going to. I think I had them losing pretty. Oh no, I had them going to the Elite Eight, losing to Wisconsin, and then I had Wisconsin versus Arizona, and then
Dang.
Tech versus
Wisconsin.
Do up.
Is Wisconsin that team? Are they those guys?
I don't know. I don't know anything about them. I've just heard everyone that I've talked to is like, "Oh, Wisconsin, they're the team. They're the team." So I don't know. I think Caleb picked Wisconsin to win it all.
Yeah, Caleb has
Wow.
Wisconsin winning it all, but Caleb also really, really listens to Barstool as gospel. I'm going to say that, but I will. And Big Cat went to Wisconsin, and yeah.
There
So-
it is.
I was gonna say I get some Big Ten vibes from Barstool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about Barstool. I have my opinions, but anyway, the bracket the bracket is should be interesting. There's been a lot of upsets already. That's the beauty of March, right? I mean, even if you're not
That's the
basketball, I
beauty.
feel like you can kind of get behind it since everyone has a stake in it a little bit whenever they fill out the brackets. So I think it's.
Oh,
been a
I
lot of fun.
have Tech and Baylor coming out of the West and the East.
Yeah, I
So
think Tech is a. What are they? The third?
they're a third seed.
I think that honestly, I think they could go pretty far.
Yeah, the only big one is Duke or Michigan State, whoever comes out of that side,
Yeah, that's true.
obviously.
I
Then I have Zaga losing to Tech, Elite Eight.
I have Duke going up against Tech in the Sweet 16, and then Tech beating them.
Mm-hmm.
So
I have I have Duke beating Tech.
Yeah, because you want higher seed the
Yeah.
entire time, right?
Yeah. Well, I have Duke in the Final Four against Kentucky.
Huh.
Beating Gonzaga.
So
beating
in our group we have 2 Tennessees, 1 Kansas, 1 Wisconsin, 1 Kentucky, 1 Tech, 1 what is that? I'm blanking.
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga, and then 1 Arizona. So
Yeah.
I kind of like that we all
Big
didn't
Al,
cross over.
Big Al's got Tech.
Yeah, he did that because my dad was a fan of Tech. So anytime he sees Tech, he's like, "Yeah, let's go Tech."
So who does Megan have winning? Obviously, since we can't see her bracket
Um,
since she didn't get in. But yeah,
I don't know. I would have to ask her. I wonder if she's still. I think since it was with the work, I don't know what app they used or whatever. So
Oh, she told us.
I don't remember
She
what
said she had LSU winning. Because
Oh,
someone
yeah.
said that their coach got fired or something like that.
Yeah, Chris
yeah.
said that last night.
Mm-hmm.
Because what seed are they?
they're like a 6 or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean
they play Iowa State out the gate though.
that was a pretty bold prediction, but so be it, I guess. I mean, who really knows what's gonna happen? Anything could happen. That's the beauty of it all, I guess.
Who knows?
Among the things in March,
Sorry.
also brings baseball coming back. I can't name a freaking more excited group than us, in all honesty. I mean, all for different reasons. Greg, you just got Zach Greinke back. He's excited to be in Kansas City. Jerry, the Twins are looking freaking solid in the AL Central.
Yes,
I mean,
they are.
they're trading for prospects. They're getting people.
They're second.
Yeah.
After the Royals, yeah.
No.
White Sox are
Right.
dead last.
Right. Oh my god.
No.
I'm feeling a little
White Sox.
bias over here.
Yeah, a little
I'm
bias,
not. There's no bias here.
You don't
None.
think so?
Just straight facts.
Straight facts. We're spitting straight facts.
Straight factoids.
Okay.
No, there's just a lot of good things going on. What's up?
Yeah, I'm beyond hype, especially after the last few days of the Royals actually. Dayton Moore's letting some money fly. Haven't seen it since like 2013, 2014. He's like, hey, we need pitchers. Yeah, you do. And he's like, okay, I think I can do it, guys. Did.
Yeah.
Got Amir Garrett. We traded away Ryan O'Hearn for some athletic picks and stuff. And then we also got money from them. And we're also looking at either getting Sean Manaea or the other guy from the Athletics for a starting pitcher. And then just signed Zach Greinke. He's back.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's a cool sign.
He about broke down and cried in a press conference today about coming back to Kansas City.
Yeah.
It was pretty wild, honestly. Like for where he's been, he's still like really good. He's a world champion now, I think. I think he won. Did he win with Houston?
I think
yeah,
so.
He
in
did.
17. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
So, and he said, yeah, he's like 5 or 7 years ago, I really loved what the city. He's like to see where the city was here and seeing them, come together for the World Series runs and stuff. He goes, it's really cool whenever Kansas City has good baseball, and he goes, I think we're gonna be really good this year. Amir Garrett, who's a fire in any clubhouse. He's definitely a fire in the Reds clubhouse. he's gonna get to play Javier Baez every
Yeah, that's gonna
4
be
times
fun
a year.
again. That's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
Also,
He hates
fact check.
Yeah.
Greinke has not won a World Series.
Oh, okay.
He is 0-4
In World
Jeez.
Series,
He's never
that
won
sucks.
a playoff series.
Wow.
So
Okay. Well, maybe this year we go to the new wild card, and get him a dub.
yeah, we'll see. I want your unbiased opinion, and then we'll touch on Jerry's Twins, and then I have a few things to say
Okay.
about the Cardinals. Honestly, unbiased, do you actually think they're that much better just from these moves, or are you just being optimistic?
So seeing everything that's coming out of spring training, which really isn't a whole lot, obviously right now, but here in the next week or so, we'll be seeing a lot. But it's looking like Bobby Witt Jr. will be starting opening day. I bought opening day tickets
It's gonna be
to
sweet.
see his major league debut. I'm going with the buddy Andrew. We're both going over there. He works for the Chiefs, so he's just going to walk across the parking lot to the K. I'm driving in Thursday. The game's at 7. Bobby Witt, MJ Melendez, a lot of our prospects are going to be called. It's looking like whenever we had all those prospects called up earlier. So
Yeah.
I'm excited, and I think Brady Singer and those pitchers are kind of falling into their roles. I expect at least 80 wins this year.
That would not be bad. And 80 wins could get you into the extended playoffs, depending on how the division shapes up. I guess we'll just have to see.
80 wins, and I think if they can place top 3 in the division, they'll be fine.
Yeah, because they could get the wild card spot if they get top 3. I mean,
Yeah.
It's starting to look like the AL Central is a little bit more stacked than it has ever been in the past 5 years, I would say. I mean,
well, Detroit's really good again.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's if it gets to where it was like where it was in the mid 20 teens, where it was like everybody had at least 80 wins, it's gonna be insane.
Yeah. Well, I think you got the Giants and the Giants of that division, as in the White Sox and the Twins. I think they're going to be battling out for the first place. And then I think it's kind of a Detroit and then Kansas City battling out. And then
we open with the divisional series, play the Guardians week 1.
Right, yeah, and the Guardians won't be very good. They'll be kind of.
They traded a bunch of people.
They'll be terrible. But I mean, Jerry, your Twins are looking like they've made some moves. They got some big time pieces going over there, so it's exciting to at least see the win surge guys.
First of all, I'm a Yankees fan.
Right.
First,
but
I'm a hometown guy, so Twins as well.
Well, and I support the surge. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're all surge guys, big surge uppers here.
Big surge guys.
No, and also the Yankees are making some, I don't know, interesting moves. I guess they traded for. I don't even know. Who'd they get?
I don't know if they're great moves.
Yeah, it's what John
The
Boy
Twins.
and Jake.
Twins definitely came out on top in the trade. Yeah. I'd say
that is a weird thing too, because those are kind of your two teams, and they both are trading pieces.
It was really funny because we were texting. Potter goes, "Oh, they sent both of those guys." I was like, "Yeah, won the trade. Why would they send both?" I was like, "Because they can." Yeah. I don't know.
I didn't quite add up to me, so we'll see how it plays out. But I don't know.
It's a bigger picture. Bigger picture.
Yeah, they might be cooking something up. They might
another flipping Donaldson for someone else. And let's also talk about Freddie Freeman for one fucking minute. That's a sad deal in my eyes. I hate to see that.
Yeah.
Especially since he went to the Dodgers, where
he's gonna get another ring.
I don't know.
Team's insane.
That's probably What's up?
I have to imagine that they had that deal between like the owners or whoever makes those deals. Mm-hmm. They had to have had that since the World Series in mind. Like they had to have been talking, because the Dodgers never went, or not the Dodgers, but the Braves never went 100% and was like, "Hey, we're gonna try to get Freddie Freeman back. Like,
Right.
they never hinted at like we're gonna try to work a deal out or anything that I know of anyway. But
No, that's just been the narrative. It came as a huge surprise to everyone that
yeah,
they went out and got Matt Olson that filled his position without even telling Freddie or his agent that they're doing it. Like, it's one thing to be like, oh, the Braves. That's what you expect is the Braves to come out and get not Matt Olson, Freddie, and be like, this is what we want. Here's your contract. Take it or leave it. But they didn't even do
right.
that. At least that's not the way it ended up happening. So
I mean, his number and name he's gonna have.
yeah, I would yeah.
There's no way he doesn't. He's gonna be retired,
Yeah, they
and
need
he
to
may even come back and manage like
yeah.
that. He's that guy for that organization.
Yeah, no one will ever wear number 5 again in a Braves uniform. I'll tell you that much. That's just not going to happen. And we haven't talked about it yet, but the Cardinals have made a few moves. I have speculation that today they just got Corey Dickerson from the Toronto Blue Jays, which he's an outfielder. And my speculation is that Trevor Story's still out there. I know you guys are going to laugh at me about this, but this is my true speculation. We've got a boatload of outfielders out there. We've got Lars Nootbaar, Bader, O'Neill, Carlson. That's 4 guys. And then Corey now, which there's a DH, so I'd imagine Corey might be the DH. But I think they might ship off Lars Nootbaar and package him up with DeYoung, our shortstop, send him off to the A's, get a pitcher, and then try and sign Story. That's my bold prediction.
I'm not laughing. It's feasible.
I mean, Story. There's been I don't know if on Twitter you can.
They have to be talking to him, right?
Yeah.
There's no way they're not.
You would have to imagine. I mean, if he doesn't come to the Cardinals, it's going to be quite interesting to see where he goes. I heard that the Yankees might be trying to get him, and who knows what will happen.
We'll take him.
Or the Red Sox.
I've seen the Red Sox
because they want to make him a second baseman, but I've heard that
he doesn't want to play second base.
Yeah, he doesn't want to play second. So, I mean, come to St. Louis where Nolan Arenado is, and they'll fucking that'd be so sweet.
Yeah, the golden age will be back for both of them. However, Chris Bryant, sorry for you.
What in the world? Why did he accept that? He's not going to win. He's not going to win anything. Nothing.
He just wants to be there. He's getting that money, the money that they have left in the piggy bank, and he's gonna leave.
That whole deal makes zero fucking sense to me, unless he just wants to pad his stats for some dinger balls. I don't know. It's a weird deal.
I don't know why he would even try. Kansas City has one of the greatest home run hitters of all time now, supposedly.
Yeah.
Salvador Perez, so it doesn't matter. But
yeah. We'll see what happens, but all this talk is exciting. I mean, first spring training games were today, and kind of segueing into that, Greg, you weren't able to make it last night because you're up in Manhattan, but we had our first opening series of 2022
Who won?
for Wheat State Wiffle.
Won.
Let's see.
Connor won. He went undefeated the whole way.
Yes, that's true. Jerry was the DH though, so I kind of we're gonna get into some of the rules and stipulations of what they are, mainly because I want to just use this podcast and us right here as a soundboard. I was telling Megan when I got back home.
On God?
On God?
Oh, for real? On God?
On God?
Just like that.
Just like that. I just want to use this as a soundboard and let you don't do it again. And just let you guys know what my thoughts are leading into this season. So, kind of in 2020, we had a competitive season. I mean, that was the pandemic year. That was the first big year of Wheat State Wiffle. Jerry remembers that all too much. That was a fun year. We had a great time.
Pandemic.
The next year, It was more relaxed. We did keep stats, but it wasn't as organized. I'm picturing this one. My main focus is to do all of the things that I want to do, as in get video, keep stats, all that good stuff. But ultimately, I want it to just be fun for everyone. Everyone's there for a different reason, quite frankly.
Yep.
I'm there because I fucking love wiffle ball. I always have, and I love creating stuff. But I also love hanging out with the boys and everyone that comes out,
And gals.
and gals that come out to Wheat State Wiffle, and introducing new people to the game of wiffle ball, and I want them to enjoy it for whatever reason they do. So yesterday, I thought was really good. I mean Matt came to play for the first time in a few years. I think it's going to be something special. I don't want it to be so competitive driven to where we freaking hate each other afterwards. Like, I just want to get the rules down and then have somebody that says the rules and it's on a sheet of paper. So there's little complaining, there's competitive, but there's also like, we're just there to fucking hang out and play some old school wiffle ball. So those are kind of my thoughts. Jerry, how'd you think yesterday went?
I think yesterday went good.
Yeah.
I think it went good. It hit pretty much all those points that you said.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was competitive, but not too competitive.
Right.
The gameplay wasn't really all there because it was super windy. I mean, there were some dingers, but pitching kind of lacked, I would say,
Yeah.
just because, we were pitching into the wind with a wiffle ball.
Right.
So we've had worse pitching days, though.
Oh,
also,
for sure.
So
I thought I thought it was a really solid day. It's probably the most fun I've collectively had, honestly, since 2020.
Yeah.
Honest to God, that was just a lot of fun. I know we like to give each other shit and stuff, but like whenever we're playing, but I really want to emphasize to the league, as I'm the one that seemingly creates these rules or brings new ideas to the league, like I'm the one running the circus. I really do just want to have fun. Like, I want it to be competitive, but also like I want the calls to be right as well. But ultimately, I just want to have fun. So when we were everyone was kind of talking at the beginning of everything, I usually be like, let's go, get on a schedule. I'm just like, no, everyone's just hanging out, having a good time. It doesn't fucking matter. So I'm going to try to be a lot more relaxed and just let everyone have whatever kind of fun they want, because I'm going to be a little less anal about it, because but I'm still going to do the things that I want to do, I guess is what I'm trying to say, as in the creation stuff. So trying to have a balance between competitive and also just having a freaking good old time. So Greg, I'm excited for you to be able to come down this summer and just hang out and slide it up. Southside slide it up.
Yes, sir.
With that being said, yesterday the rules were kind of all over the place just because of the wind. So I'm gonna pull this up for our viewers on YouTube. We're now kind of full screen. So this is a sounding board as again. This is the committee this year. We got Greg, Jarrett, and myself on the official playing rules committee. We're just gonna go line by line, and I'll kind of explain, and then we'll think of some ideas to go out throughout this and kind of run through some stuff. So on that first page, we just have the logo, and then moving down to Rule 1.01, the most important rule. I mean, this will never change. Wiffle ball shall be played with every intention of making memories and slapping dingers.
Slapping dingers.
I mean, I think that's
Ding-a-ling.
I think that is that's never gonna change.
Never.
Never.
Then what's the point of being out there?
Exactly.
Mims and dings.
Exactly. If we don't have Rule 1.01, there's no reason in being out there, and that's what I want to focus on the most. Do you guys have this pulled up?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. You guys want to go on to kind of a few more rules just so you guys can get in on the action?
Sure.
Whoever wants to go.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Rule 2.01 to 2.02 should be 2.03.
I'll change it. Good catch.
Somebody's got to change it. Length of play. WSW Wheat State Wiffle
Yep.
with 2 outs per inning. All right, so we play 2 outs. It keeps the game quicker. It's just what we've always done. If my mic's cutting in and out, please fix it.
It is cutting in and out, but I don't I don't know what's going on. Essentially,
all right. Is that any better?
For
Yeah.
now.
Okay, for now. So
yesterday.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You were there yesterday.
Okay. So sorry. Yesterday we played 2 outs per inning. 2 outs per inning and 2 inning games. Started yesterday because I think we did that because of the wind.
Yeah.
Well,
so here's my thought. I did change some of these rules before I wanted this to be just a talking point. So I think the longevity of all of us, obviously we're all not in great shape for one, but for two, the variation of being able to play more games, I think is more appealing than having longer games. So I'm honestly, and you guys can vote on this. This is the committee. I mean, we used to play 3-inning games the last few years. But I think 2-inning games is appealing to me because we can get variations of games going, like different variations of people and more games. So I don't know. Do you agree? Kind of.
I like 2 because 3, especially when depending on the start time, it could go later than what we're all wanting to.
Right.
But yeah, I think 2 is good.
Well, and
2 outs, 2 innings.
You burn up pitching. If you're losing 7-0 in the second inning, the game's over. I mean,
yeah,
it really is. So I think 2 innings is a good compromise.
Yep.
And with that being said, we used to play with 3 innings.
Is that any better? Did I fix it?
For now, it sounds great. It's usually
okay. Yeah. No, yeah. So with the voice mod thing, it's all mumped up with this. So yeah, I had to fix it.
Oh, you're good.
Real?
Yeah.
On God? Just like that.
Just like that.
New Mexico State beat UConn.
Was it an upset?
God damn it.
70-63.
Oh man, what a deal!
It's like a 12 and a 4 seed or something like that.
Yeah, 12 and a 5 seed.
Yeah, 5 seed. Yeah.
Incredible.
My bracket is fucked.
Yeah. So what I was saying was, we usually would play only 5 innings, so only 3, and then the maximum is 5. So I don't have it.
We'd usually do that if we had a lot more people. Like if you have more people, you want shorter games, so everybody in the amount of time like that you're playing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it just seems like it takes forever.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, I think we're all in favor of changing it to 2 innings. I mean, thumbs up if we all agree on that. That's a vote. So we are officially changing the games to 2 innings per game. With that being said, that means no game shall go past 4 innings long instead of 5 like last year. If a game is still tied at the end of 4 innings, the game shall end in a tie. I have an idea. I want you to
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.
Here's my idea. I have in parentheses home run derby. You pick your best. Yep. You pick your best hitter. You get 3. So if I was on Jarrett's team,
furthest hit ball.
Yeah, that's fine. We get 3 throws, furthest hit ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody gets a hit. Everybody gets a
Yeah.
hit. Or one person
So-
per team, or
I'm thinking that if I was on Jarrett's team and we were playing Greg and Alex,
okay.
I would throw to Jarrett because Jarrett's a better hitter than me. So I would pitch to him 3 times.
Okay, so you pitch to your own team.
Yes.
Okay,
And you can lob it.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
And then Alex would throw to Greg for the game. You get 3 swings.
Okay.
For the
If no one hits off of those 3, say no one hits off of the 6, because 3 per,
Yeah.
you switch.
Yes,
You
I like
switch
that.
throwers.
Okay, so let me
Throwing
figure
medium.
out how to word that. So if a game is still tied at the end of 4 innings, the game will be determined by a swing off. Is that what we want to call it?
Yeah.
Will be determined by a swing off. And then I'll put in parentheses. How should I explain that? Each team gets 3 swings. Teammates throw. Teammates pitch to one another.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Then we'll never have ties again, and then, I mean,
Yeah, this isn't soccer.
exactly.
You don't tie.
We'll be
Or the
determined
NFL.
by a swing off.
Or the NFL.
The
First-
dumbest rule on the face of the planet.
Furthest hit ball decides the winner. Okay, I like that. We're all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, moving on to 2.03.
Okay. If a team scores 5 runs in the first inning, it is considered a run rule and the inning is over. The second inning and on past that, so if it goes 3 innings, 4 innings, the team can score as many as they can. So mercy rule gone after after the first inning.
Yep. And that's just to
That's a pretty
ensure
good one.
that, I mean, obviously, if you're down by 6 and they make a remarkable comeback, they're able to do it.
Yep.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
That's a 3 vote. And we're moving on to Rule 3.01 to 3.02, balls and strikes. Greg, take it away.
Any ball that hits the rectangular strike zone is considered a strike. No ball that hits the legs of the strike zone is considered a strike. So the strike zone is a PVC frame that Connor had. You built it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Connor built it way back when. It's got a little net catcher thingy in it. It used to be a lawn chair back in the day.
Yeah, the good old days.
Yeah. So we've evolved. Connor, the commish, obviously does everything to keep the backbone of this league working, and is
Fucking
always trying to innovate and create for this league. However, if you hit the legs of the strike zone, it ain't in the strike zone. That's a ball, obviously. Duh.
Too low.
Too low, and if you go over, it's too high. But Jerry might take a yard if you go a little too high.
Oh, if
so,
you go high, he's gonna
Exactly.
tomahawk chop that motherfucker out.
So 3.02, there are no walks unless the pitcher throws 2 recounts. So 2 recounts. Would you like to explain what a recount is?
Yep. So you get 4 balls, just like any. Usually in baseball, 4 balls is a walk. With this, if you throw 4 balls in the first count, you reset the count. So that would be 4 balls, you reset the count, 0-0.
One recount.
Yep. And then you walk them again. You throw 4 balls again, you get walked. That's I think pretty fair. I used to have it 3, and I thought that just dragged on forever. So I changed that rule to 2. All in favor, say aye.
Or
Oh,
yeah, I'm fine with 2. Or if you get hit twice, obviously.
oh
then
yeah. Yeah, if you get, that's one thing we didn't play yesterday. If you get hit twice, I mean, doesn't matter what it is. Could be the first 2 pitches, you get a walk. I mean, if
walking
pitchers
that
can't fucking
ass.
throw a strike, it's their fault.
Yep.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Moving on to Rule 4.0 to 4.05, hitting. This is my favorite rule of the whole thing.
Just give us a rundown of the whole thing.
All right.
All at once.
There shall be no running bases in Wheat State Wiffle. Any ball that is hit on the ground in front of the pitcher is considered a single. So even if it rolls past and it hits through, that's a single. Any ball that is hit in the air past the pitcher is considered a double. Any ball that is hit deep and rolls past the cones is considered a triple. If a player cuts off a ball before it goes past the cones, the hit is held to a double. Any ball that is smacked over the cones is considered a dinger. If a ball hits the cone in front of home plate, it is considered a foul ball. I can
just for visual reference, how far out are cones?
Usually about,
depends on the wind that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're usually between 80 and 90 feet away from home plate.
We try to keep it pretty similar to actual baseball dimensions for those of you listening.
Yeah. Just a real shortened up field, but yeah.
Because we tried the first summer we were doing this. We tried a bunch of different things and we figured out this is probably what worked the best because this is the dimensions we were used to. So
yeah. So I think it really works. I mean, is any of that muddy? I mean, just reading through that. Because Because I mean, I'll have this printed out in our book, so if we need to go back to it, we can. But I mean,
I think it's pretty easy for us to understand because we can visualize it because we played it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe if you were new or something.
We did ghosts. Yeah, there's ghost runners. We don't have actual.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
which
you just gotta. We are constantly talking to each other to make sure that we have the count right and who's on base correct. Because otherwise, you're giving up points. You're not playing correctly. It's just how it is. We've always done that.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing, in all honesty, is the integrity of the game. It's a man's, what is it? What do we say? Gentleman's rule. It's the gentleman's rule. Like, we have to keep that in mind whenever we're playing, is that, yes, I want that triple as much as the next guy, but if they really did make a solid effort and they made the play, which we're going to get to fielding in a minute, it's the gentleman's rule. We need to kind of stop the banter back and forth of you want this, you want that. It is fun to give each other shit.
Connor forgot about that rule yesterday.
Wow.
No.
Yes.
All right, explain it. What happened?
Okay, Connor thought he hit a home run, right? It was close. It was probably on the cone or, either side
on
of it.
Might I say this, Jarrett? Who was the umpire that called it a home run and called it back?
I was the umpire, okay? And, everyone's saying, oh, that's a dinger ball. So I was like, okay, that's pretty close. Home run. And then Chris was like, no, because he's the fielder out there by it. He saw it, and he's like, no, not a dinger. And I was like, replay booth, no home run. Because I'm gonna give Chris the call, like we say, it's a gentleman's game here.
You're right. No, you're right.
I bet Connor threw a fucking hiss.
Oh my gosh!
No, look
at his face.
It wasn't bad, but he was pretty annoyed about it.
I was just annoyed because we were playing a rule. We weren't playing by these fielding rules. We were playing a bit different yesterday.
Yeah, because of the wind.
Yeah, so I don't know.
What park did you guys play at yesterday?
The one that's over by my house. It's called East Gammons Field. That's what I've named it.
Oh.
There's a school that's called like Gammons Middle School or something.
Oh yeah,
So I just named it East Side, as in East, Gammons Field. So
Gotcha. Dope.
that's where we'll be playing pretty much all of our games this year, unless something else happens. But this is really where things get dicey, is the fielding. Now, I really want to talk about these if they don't make sense, and then we'll talk about them. We're on Rule 5.01 to 5.04. Yeah,
I noticed that too,
yeah.
but I wanted
The
you to
hell's
read
going
it.
on with that?
wait, it should actually be
1, 3, and
5.03.
5.
I don't know why there's a.
Yeah, you have a 5.01, 5.03, and 5.5 on your left side.
Oh my god. Okay, anywho. Does someone want to take this over?
I can do it.
Okay.
Rule 5.01 to 5.03.
Yep.
0.01. Any ball that is fielded cleanly can be thrown at strike zone for an out. Any ball that is caught in the air is an out. So, obviously, you're catching the ball, hadn't touched the ground yet, it's an out. We're trying to keep it simple, kids. I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly.
However, if the ball bounces, you might get a single, but you also might get out, depending on how far away they are from hitting the strike zone. You're relaying the ball from the outfield into the infield. You act as if the strike zone is the first base person.
Yep.
There's also a little bit of gentleman's rule that comes into play here, because if you're about to, if you try almost catch the ball, or like the ball is like grounded to you or something like that, and you bobble it, people, everybody kind of decides together. They're collectively, they're like, okay, did he bobble it like once and then boom, clean pick throw, or did he bobble it like 2 or 3 times and it wasn't clean? That's how we decide. I think the
next time we play, we really have to emphasize these are the rules that are in place. We have them. Megan even said that she was, if she's there the next time or whenever we play, she said she'd be the voluntary umpire, and she'd be the scorekeeper. So I thought that was pretty cool. She's kind of looking forward to that. But the thing we need to emphasize to everyone is gentleman's rule, gentleman's game.
They're for fun.
Exactly.
But yeah, like we just go off of like how many bobbles it is. Like, I mean, if you like whenever you receive the ball, however it is in the air or a grounded to or whatever, if you bobble it once, there's a little bit of clean,
Yeah. 5.02. If the player catches the ball in the air and throws the ball, and it hits the strike zone, it is considered a double play. And I need to add, if there is a runner.
Yeah, if you got a runner on base.
Yeah. That is a huge rule. So I actually want to go back to 5.01.
Especially since we're only going to 2 outs.
Exactly. I want to go back to 5.01. I want to challenge this. I have my first challenge.
Okay.
I think that this, for 1 out, I think that it needs to be not the strike zone, but it needs to be the net.
Yeah, which is how we play. I think I think you might have just mistyped it whenever you were.
So this should be
because it makes sense. I think just
because the double plays the strike zone. Yeah.
Right. But if there's nobody on and you still hit the strike zone, it's still an out, obviously.
Still not.
So any ball.
It's good practice to aim for the strike zone anytime you're throwing the ball.
It's actually a lot more difficult to do than.
Oh yeah, I can't hit the strike zone for. I can't hit it for shit.
Especially under pressure,
Only
on the run almost.
When we're pitching, it's fine, obviously, because you're close. But like if you're trying to relay the ball up, it's not. It's really hard. Connor pitched his entire life, so he's pretty good at go. Me, on the other hand, playing left field where you just have to gun it. It's a crapshoot.
Yeah,
I played soccer, so
yeah,
I suck at throwing the ball.
Honestly, but that's what I love about wiffle ball so much is that you guys, I mean, didn't play baseball as long as me, but for one, you enjoy playing, and two, it doesn't fucking matter how good you are. Like,
Yeah.
I just really want the league to just embrace the fact that we're out there enjoying.
I think
I'm over the
think people
competitive.
get that after they've been around a while.
Yeah.
But a few people, like, I don't know how Matt's pretty competitive. You know, he's a college athlete, so
He
He said he
picks
had a lot of fun. Yeah.
yeah, no, yeah, I bet. But like, you know, some people, you know, don't really aren't good at reading the room, and Matt's very good at doing that.
Right.
So, you know, it just depends on who comes out. So
Exactly. So, and I am open to. I mean, if you're listening to this and you're like, "What's this Wheat State Wiffle?" and you know me, you know Greg, you know Jarrett, you know one of us, literally hit us up. I mean, the more people we have, the better, the more fun it is. So I think
Yep.
that's just something that I'm open.
And you'll never like when you come out, you'll never feel like you're being left out of the group or like left like to the side or like whatever. Like we always try to include everybody, and like if there's a joke going around or whatever like that, we try to include everybody. Like
Exactly.
we're not,
In
you
dead serious, this is I'll say it again, I'll beat a dead horse. But this is why I really did fall in love with wiffle ball, because when I was little, yes, it was a representation of baseball, but literally hot summer's day, you go out and with your buddies, and I don't care how good you are, we are having a fucking blast because we're out there just playing some wiffle ball.
and
So
we have no drama, no nothing. We might argue, but as soon as the argument's over, it's back to normal having fun.
exactly,
No grudges are held, nothing like that. It's
exactly.
straight vibes.
And that's truly, and I'm gonna beat a dead horse. That's what I want this league and this year to be. I want a good competitive product out there because it makes it more fun, obviously. But I'm not gonna.
Oh, I
I'm not.
mean,
I'm not gonna be the
you
stickler that I was.
being able to get all of us to stop being competitive the day we die. We're very competitive people.
Exactly.
But there's a time and a place for it. Like, obviously, if we're gonna, like, Connor, you not following the gentleman's rule, get all the way out of here with that shit.
Exactly. I think there's gonna be a balance that I want to, as the commissioner. I was talking to Megan about it yesterday. I told her, yesterday was so much fun because yes, there was those points where we were kind of, oh my god, this, that, or the other. But I really am over the idea of, you didn't get that call right. What are you talking about? Like
No, but
I'm
you're
over.
not.
I personally am over.
You will. It will happen.
It will happen.
Don't. And you know it will.
And that's fine. But I am simply saying, from the good faith effort, where my heart is now with Wheat State Wiffle, I am laying it out there. You guys can pick on me all you want when we play, because that's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. But I'm telling you, I will try my damnedest to not take it so seriously, because I just want to have a good time.
And I'm gonna hold him to that, because as soon as he starts bitching when we play, I'm like, "Oh, what happened to whenever on the podcast you're trying to bitch?"
But also, I'm also aiming this at the co-founder of Wheat State Wiffle, who is not with us. He needs to listen to this and read up. He needs to take it a little less serious too, because he and I we've played since we were little, since we were freaking in the womb. And that's where the competitive gets a little over the top. So just trying to make sure that everyone's having a fucking fantastic time. Greg, you want to read off 5.03?
Yeah. 5.03. The pitcher may not field the ball once it is past him or her on the extra fielder side of the field. However, any ball that is hit on the opposite side of where the extra fielder is standing, the pitcher may proceed to run and field the ball. So essentially, the ball that's hit to the opposite, if you go opposite standing, the pitcher may proceed to run and field the ball. So obviously, you're going to where it is, right? And getting the ball and throwing it. If you hit the double play, you got a man on base, we're calling it a double. If you hit the net, it's a single out.
Yep.
So
In this one, I am open into interpretation. I think we played this when we were playing really, really, really competitive in 2020. Jerry, you might remember that rule a little bit. I think
Yep.
it's you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I think it could still stand, but again, that's kind of like honestly some subjective ruling. Like, what is technically is it up the middle? Could I get that ball? Like, I'm open to maybe changing this or scrapping it. I don't know. It's up to you guys. This is something that I'm not
I say
quite
we just
sure
leave it
about.
in there if it comes to it, then
yeah, I mean,
we have a rule for it.
rules are always about what ifs. Like
Yeah.
if you don't have a rule for it, somebody's gonna make it. So
That's true.
you gotta keep the rule in it.
I'm
I'm
going to
fine
read
with
it one more time. So the pitcher may not feel the ball once it is past him on the extra fielder's side. Okay, that's fine.
Get the F out of the way.
Yep. However, any ball that is hit on the opposite side of where the extra fielder is standing, the pitcher may proceed to run and field the ball. Yeah, that makes total sense because yeah, my only qualm there is that takes away a lot of the hitting. Like if someone's able to hit it Oppo Taco, am I allowed to go all the way out to the cones if I'm a pitcher and literally chuck it out there like I did a few times yesterday? I don't know. Like if someone slap dicks it down the line and no one's there, that's usually a hit.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm kind of torn.
Well, think of the so it's upside down, but think of the field in thirds almost. Okay.
Okay.
So if you cut it here, like an A, cut it
Yeah.
here. This is where the batter bats, obviously at the top.
Right.
Up to the pitcher. If the ball's in front here, the pitcher goes and gets it. No matter what, if it's left side or right side,
Absolutely.
the pitcher gets it. But say the outfielder is over here in this corner,
Yeah.
and the ball gets hit over in this corner. The pitcher goes and gets that.
Right.
So he gets this whole side that the fielder's not on.
So even if it takes him, even if the ball's peppered down the line,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes me a while, like the ball's peppered and it's sitting there for like 2-3 seconds,
Right.
I guess if they can hit the strike zone, I mean,
Well, well, I would say that. I mean, I would relay that to the pitcher. Like if
See-
it was in the outfield,
see,
I'd relay it.
here's the next thing. I think it's the next rule, actually. 6.03, we're skipping ahead a bit. There shall be no rotations on relays. So meaning, example, the fielder cannot run to the pitcher's mound and receive a relay to get an out.
So we didn't play that rule yesterday. I think probably because of the wind.
Right.
But honestly,
I'm just trying
I'm
to
okay
say,
with taking it out.
like what constitutes every play in my mind should not have an opportunity for the fielder to be out. Or the batter to be out. You know what I'm saying? Like every hit in the major leagues, the fielders don't get an opportunity
Right.
to have an out. Yes, they do, kind of, but if it's hit down the line, it's likely a single or
It's pretty
double.
much a guarantee, right?
So
yeah, I
that's,
guess that makes sense.
It's a bloop.
yeah,
You know?
I guess that makes sense. I think we should keep it in.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with no rotation on the relay.
okay,
Unless it's windy. I say unless it's windy.
right.
Yeah,
because
because
you're not making that through.
an outfielder can throw it into pitcher.
Right.
Right. No, that's okay.
And that rule has to be claimed before the game starts.
Yes. Well,
Well, that's
here,
what we're doing right now.
yeah.
No, I'm saying like the day of, like if you windy,
Oh, yeah.
like if you think it's windy enough.
Okay, hang on just a sec. I think I'm confused, or someone's. I think maybe we're both. Let me go over 5.03. I know this is getting long on the podcast, but I don't really care. I just want to keep it rolling. Let me read 5.03 one more time. So the pitcher may not field the ball once it is past him on the extra fielder side. That's fair. I mean, you don't get two chances on the same side. However, any ball that is hit on the opposite side where the extra fielder is standing, the pitcher may proceed to run and field the ball, no matter how deep it is. But they have to, if they decide to go field that, they're the ones that have to throw it to the net.
Yeah.
We're all okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. With that in mind, let's move on to the fielding quirks, which is 6.01. Yes.
Depending on how windy it is, which feeds into 6.03, where there should be no rotations. I think there should be able to be a rotation when it's windy.
Dependent on wind.
That's what we were
Okay,
just talking about.
I'm just clarifying. I'm clarifying.
Yeah.
So I will put, there shall be no rotations on relays pending weather.
Yeah.
Pending. Oh, fudge. Pending windy conditions. That makes sense. I was just making sure that we were all on the same page. Pending conditions. Okay.
Yep.
So we're going back up to 6.01. Jerry, you want to take that one?
Sure. 6.01 to 6.03, relays and fielding quirks. A relay, 6.01, sorry. A relay is when the fielder doesn't have a play throwing home and would, oh, sorry. I read that completely out of, sorry. Where's the commas at in this rule book?
When the fielder doesn't have a
It really is when the
home.
fielder doesn't have a play throwing home and would rather throw the ball to the pitcher for a chance to get an out.
There's no commas.
Yeah.
It's
Not
just
at all.
one final run-on sentence. Said what? Can't read
It's
it.
not even a run-on. A replay is when the fielder doesn't have a play throwing home and would rather throw the ball to the pitcher for a chance to get an out.
Look at him.
Yeah.
You're doing your hooked on phonics clapping. Is everything okay up there?
Everything's great, Greg.
A relay.
Oh my god.
Okay, a relay is when a fielder doesn't have a play throwing home and would rather throw the ball to the pitcher for a chance to get an out.
That's the definition of a relay.
Yes.
Okay. 02.
A successful relay can only happen when the pitcher is within 2 steps of the pitcher's mound and the fielder fields the ball cleanly. Yes.
I think we need to gentleman rule the fuck out of that. If that mother effer ran halfway out in the outfield, we are not giving that to him. But if it's
halfway, what do you mean?
Like if he's all the way out at the cones, the outfielder, and I'm the pitcher and I run literally more than.
No. You're misunderstanding. This is when a relay is happening. So when the outfielder is throwing to the pitcher, he has to be within a diameter, within a radius of the pitching mound. He can't be like
2 steps.
5 steps off. Yeah, he can't be 5 steps off.
Yeah.
To the side or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying there would be no reason.
Yeah, if you got a gunner out behind pitcher's just gonna move.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, yeah, no, for sure. Like you can choose not to do the relay, but what I'm saying is if they're 3 feet, steps away.
Kentucky just lost.
Really?
Yeah, to St. Peter's.
Oh my God! There goes my bracket.
Yep.
And mine too.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Okay. Sorry.
So
anyway.
I was just saying, if it's like 2.5 steps or 3 steps instead of like, then I would be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna give it to you. But it's the 2 is more for a metaphor. Like you can't go run all the way out there.
Right.
You know, and if it's a bad
Right.
throw from the relay, I think we scrap it. I mean, that's where the gray areas are.
Yeah.
If that makes
Just call
sense.
it by year at that point.
And then
6.0.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say in 6.03 we kind of went over.
Yeah.
Which is
there shall be no relays, pending conditions.
Yep.
Rotations on relays, pending conditions.
Exactly. In this last one, I will just go ahead and chop it off. I don't know that we technically need it. I would, for me, this was me being a stickler for things. I just enjoyed this when we were playing like really competitive, so we can take it out or leave it in and decide to do it. But it's like pretty much pace of play. So 7.01, no balls should be thrown back to the pitcher during and at bat until the pitcher is out of balls in order to keep pace and rhythm for the batter and the pitcher. I think if you're
I mean, obviously, like you're gonna fill that up whenever you run out of balls. Like,
yeah. I mean, I think we could keep this in here. We don't have to be a true stickler. If someone's like, if you throw a ball, you're not going to get penalized, but just as a respect of the game and the pitcher and the batter, like.
Yeah. Well, yesterday flowed really well, I feel like.
I thought so too. The one thing I would say is, one time we played where we had 2 sets of ball bags. So like one person would fill them up whenever they're like out there, which is a lot of work.
Yeah, we've done that before.
Yeah, it's a lot of work for the people that are just chilling and hanging out. So I don't even want to think about that. But if we were playing like a tournament or something and like really wanted to be sticklers, I would say whoever's on deck needs to be picking up the balls, putting them in, so you can just hand off the bag and then put them back in, if that makes sense. But I won't make that a rule because that's just too much. So
well, normally we're not throwing into the wind, so there's balls like behind or like balls way off a play or whatever,
right.
And then we'd eventually run out of balls because there's none, just right at the batter's feet or that we can just pick up and back.
Right. I think it's just again, gentlemen's, like if you're on deck and you see balls all over the place and you're not fucking dying of thirst or tired, I mean, just pick up the fucking balls. You know what I mean? Just to keep things
refuse.
Oh my god.
To pick up the balls. That's for the peasants that are watching.
My goodness.
Oh my god.
That's
umpire's job.
Oh my, Megan will not like that.
Shag them balls.
No, I talked to Megan about maybe her umping and then keeping track.
He got real quiet. He's scared.
No, it helps me out.
Gonna hear it.
Helps me out because I don't have to like go over and like mark shit down when in between innings. Keeps things going.
Well, and her handwriting's probably easier to read.
Oh yeah, way easier. But then she's like, "Well, I could ump." So she goes, actually, she said, "We need someone else to ump because Jared didn't know what the fuck was going on." And I said, "I mean, would you ump?" She goes, "Yeah, if I'm there." I was like, "Oh, dude, that'd be great because no one is going to. I mean, maybe I'll probably fucking argue with her, but no one's gonna like outright be pissed off at Megan because she won't even be the one.
We argued at pickleball.
I mean, yeah, but the thing is she was playing. Like, if she's not playing and she has no skin in the game, she's gonna call a fair game.
I like to defend myself real quick.
What?
When I play wiffle ball, I honestly, you guys even know this. I ask you guys what the count is all the time and like how many outs there are.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm not even. I don't even pay attention to it, honestly.
No,
I'm
a few times
I've been playing.
Yeah.
A few times I've been playing Jerry, and it'll be like 1 and 2 or something. It'll be like, nah, it's 0 and 2.
Yeah.
And Connor will be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It'll be like, well, he was not paying attention to the count. And he's like, dude, you can't do that. And it was like, but
that's
like, yes, Jerry, it's 1 and 2.
I'm just there playing.
Yeah, that's,
I don't really care.
that's me being a jerk. And, frankly, I shouldn't be doing that.
Well,
it's kind of fun.
I think
to mess around with you. There's
a collective idea that I'm going to instill in every player that comes to play with Wheat State. Again, it's general. We need to make a rule. We're making one more rule. We're gonna do this together. All right. We're gonna start with rule of having fun. Last rule, 8.01. Going to be called Gentleman's Rule.
Yes.
Gentleman's Game. Gentleman's Game.
Yes.
And I'm leaving it at that.
There are no rules.
Gentleman's
Rule
Game.
number 8 about Fight Club: there are no rules.
So I can't really think of any sort of gray area. I mean, there are some gray areas, but talking this over makes me feel so much better to talk with the league about this. You know, I'm gonna print this out, have it in our book. So if we have controversial calls or whatever,
for one, think that Connor, if there was a holdout or anything, his owner would be, making the league collapse. So it's just how I feel about it. Just like the Cardinals, he's a rich boy wanting his money, killing it for all the smaller market teams. I get that in there.
Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say about that.
Dust it off. Come on.
He's gonna spin his drink. All right, now swallow.
Oh, Jerry, go to town on it, baby. No, I want to end on one.
Finished her off.
Jeez.
I want to end on one more thing.
Finished her off.
That when you were batting and I was we were laughing. I want to say that's the tone that I want this whole thing to be, is just fucking out there having a blast. So we're going to have a good time this year. Hopefully there's new players. I mean, Matt seemed to enjoy it. I know Caleb wants to make it out. And Jordan is going to come out whenever he's back in town. And
Same.
And Greg. I mean, look, we're going to have a solid year of wiffle ball. And for all of you Wheat State Creates crew members that are out there, thank you for all your support. Thank you for coming out to play some wiffle ball with us yesterday. And thanks for everyone listening to this. If you made it this far even, thank you so much. It's been a great time. Do you guys have any kind of final words? I mean, we covered a lot on this podcast.
It's good to see the March Madness effing everybody, not just us three, but literally everybody in the building. Wheat State has never been greater. Frankly,
Honest to
teams
God,
are strong.
I would agree with that. I mean, we've come a long way.
Everybody kind of knows what they're doing now. You know, the games will be faster, better, faster, stronger, as Daft Punk would say. Jarrett, you look great in your specs.
Thank you.
I know they're not as. Yeah, we're out here reflecting. We wear sunglasses and glasses indoors.
Can't look me in the eyes, bitch.
Can't look him in the eyes. We're poker facing, as Lady Gaga would say. Connor, you look good. I like the goatee. Still looking fresh, friggity wiggity fresh.
Friggity fresh, baby.
Friggity fresh. Do you feel as if the rulebook it's pretty cement solid?
I would say so. I really do feel good about it. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a good foundation from 2 years ago when we really made this. There's some tweaks we made that I think really make it stand out, that we can go to and say, look, it says it right here. The rule book does not lie. The part I'm a little concerned about, and we're always going to have this, is that there are going to be some gray areas, but fall back on the gentleman's game. And
we're doing the best we can with that rule.
Yeah, we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
I think it'll change year by year. Depending on how we feel about how we feel about the game, what pace we're playing. You know, like we used to be more competitive. Now we're a little more chill. Maybe we'll go back to being more competitive.
Or if there's some, you know, depending on how long this goes, Wichita may end up getting like a wiffle ball park like they have up here in Manhattan. Might have to do some stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know, get
and
like real dimensions and stuff. That'd be sick.
I want to plug one more thing. We do record. We can't live stream. I mean, we could, but we do record every at bat with the GoPro, as well as I'm using a second camera this year. I want to emphasize that to the whole league. If anyone that is in the league is watching, I mean, I just want to emphasize to you two. I love the video aspect about it, but I used to be so particular about, oh, we got to shut it off in between innings. I'm letting it roll. That's another thing I'm letting go. Is I'm letting it roll. If it captures something, it captures it. I'm there to have fun with the boys and the gals and the Wheat State
If the
crew.
drones somebody, we're keeping it going.
Exactly. But no, there's going to be some great content on.
We're doing live.
There's going to be great content on all of our platforms throughout the summer. I'm just fucking excited. I mean, I think this. I'm going to get sentimental here for a minute, but Wheat State created as something that was like, fuck, what do we do during the pandemic, you know? And Alex and I thought of the logo for Wheat State Wiffle. It transformed into Wheat State Creates. And now I've got two of my best fucking friends helping me out on various different things. I feel like you guys have seen my vision and have bought in, and it's not just something that I do for a hobby. Yes, it is, but like I think it's way fucking more than that. I think it's more than just creating stuff. I think it's more than just playing wiffle ball. It's fucking, in all honesty, I think it's like something we all can kind of stand for. Like that's our, like our brand. It's our fucking brand. Like it's not just something fun. I guess I don't know. Every day I wake up, I'm like, goddamn, I got the fucking best friends in the world that back me on the things that I fucking
You think about us every morning because we text you every morning before you wake up.
That's fucking true.
because I can't sleep true. And Jerry goes to work at 3 a.m.
That's
so
no, I know I can be just to you guys. I know I can be a fucking a hard ass.
He wakes up. There's 10 messages. He's like, "Oh my
Jesus Christ!" Yeah. No, I know. I can be a hard ass and a stickler on. We gotta get the podcast going, but I'm really trying to be a lot better about that because I know that it's not a lot of fun. So I want this to be our thing. Yeah, I want this to be our thing, not just like Connor creating shit. It's all of us, baby. It's all of us. Weed up, baby. That's my sentimental take for tonight before I log off. So, thanks, fellas.
No problem.
You're welcome.
I'm excited for Wiffle. I really am. I always am, but especially this year, I think. I mean, having Matt out was a lot of fun. So,
there's only so many more seasons before the ice cap again.
That's true. And who knows? The big picture is someday I get a house and I have my own fucking wiffle ball field in the backyard and we just have a fucking grand old time. And then we go play pool in the basement at some point. So, life goals, here we come. 2022, Wheat State up, weed up. Fellas, thanks.
No, thank you.
You're welcome. I need to, before we log off, I want to pull up the outro music. Right, guys. Yeah, we see your eyeballs for the first time tonight.
I've got some outro music.
Okay, let's hear. Are you gonna do it?
No.
Okay, let me pull this.
He's afraid of getting DMCA'd.
Yeah, I can. That's up to you.
No, I'll play ours.
The sun goes down
on my side
of town.
All right. Well, honestly, this one's been one of my favorites, and the drink of the week was great too. Jerry, good pick.
Thanks.
We got to think about next week. I guess it's my pick next week for drink of the week, isn't it? I think it is.
Dunzo.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well.
You don't pick Diet Coke.
Oh, I'm not picking Diet Coke. We didn't hear that story, but maybe next week. If you've enjoyed this episode, give us a like, comment, share. Follow us on all the platforms there are out there. And as always, you name it, we created it. At We State Creates. Thanks for joining.
You're welcome.